Can I get a... Nah, I'll get a drink later.
Yeah, I'm going to get one in just a minute.
Whenever you go back, I'll go.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. So, today... oh, wait. We got to welcome you back.
Welcome back to the parking lot.
Yeah.
We're in a parking lot. We'll never not be in a parking lot, and if we aren't, you'll never know.
We are trapped here.
We are trapped here. Terry, are we trapped? Where's Terry?
I don't know. All right. Well, he's doing something. But, so yeah, we are here today to talk about, as we always are, movies, media, video games, whatever.
We have weird opinions on shit.
Very strange opinions.
And then again, I don't know if we've ever said this. Our opinions aren't everyone's opinions. If you have a different opinion, then whatever.
We just respectfully disagree.
I'm not going to do it with respect.
No.
But I'm going to, you can have your, I don't give a fuck. Have a different opinion.
But yeah, so we're going to talk about that. Today's episode, we're going to focus on a few different things. Of course, we're going to ramble as we always do.
The main topic coming up later, and then we're going to have a little mini topic before.
Right. So first, we're going to get started talking about the movie. It just came, it's just popped up on streaming pretty recently.
I think it's on HBO.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't watched it, but you watched it.
Yeah, I just watched it last night. It's The Dead Don't Die. So
Bill Murray,
Adam Driver, Selena Gomez. Is in there. So we'll get into that, and then a little bit later we're going to talk about pretty popular video games.
I don't know if everyone cares about video games.
But we're going to
talk about Breath of the Wild and how it has changed games, in my opinion, for the worse, and other people's opinions for the better.
Yeah, so we'll get started on that right away. But first, here's our theme song, right? Yeah.
Terry, play it.
Cue the song.
This is the theme song. Charlie and Kevin are in a parking lot. They've got lots of thoughts. So this is called Parking Lot, the podcast. And this is the theme song. Okay, maybe this is a placeholder theme song.
All right. Welcome back.
Back.
Yeah. Thanks for that theme song. Really great
Terry,
stuff.
You're a great man.
You are. I'm about out of fuel, so I'm going to go and this is our second intro. We're going to go ahead and just skip right into a commercial break real quick.
Wait, did we come back just for you to go get another Slurpee?
I have to.
Terry, leave that in.
Oh, it's there. Yeah, I'm out, so I'm going to go and grab another one.
We'll be right back. We'll be back with another commercial break.
Commercial break. This is Comedy Central's office style.
Yeah, this is we took, you got to make the most money you can, and this man needs a Slurpee.
Dollar bills, y'all. His Slurpee addiction isn't paying for itself.
Mo money, mo blues. Something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Parking Lot the Podcast is brought to you in part by... Oh, okay.
All right, we're back.
Got your Slurpee.
All slurped up. And
Harry,
ready to go.
you got your...
Radiator fuel.
Is that what he was getting?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what he does.
Terry, what do you do? Okay, so you would watch the movie.
Yes. So last night I watched The Dead Don't Die. Really kind of went in blind.
I thought it looked good until I heard people who saw it talk about it.
So it's really got an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, I'm just dying.
Yeah, the Slurpee's getting to him.
The Slurp. Ugh. Ugh.
Okay, is that from the movie or from the Slurpee?
The Slurpee. I'm seeing double. All right.
Yeah.
So, So yeah, Bill Murray, Adam
Adam,
Driver. I don't know who the lady police officer was, but she's been in.
I know who she is, and then isn't the lady from Fargo in it? I don't know if you've seen Fargo.
I've seen Fargo, so maybe that's
She
her.
might be. I don't know.
I don't know though. Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Dude.
Yeah.
Shit. This makes me want to watch it, but
Yeah.
once you talk about it, I know I'm not going to want to.
Some dude from Get Out, apparently.
Is it the friend?
I don't know.
Or
I've never seen that one.
I've never seen. Okay,
No.
I don't know.
So, but yeah, Steve Buscemi.
God damn.
What's her name? Tilda Swinton.
I don't know if that's a positive.
You never know with her. I like her generally, but she definitely brought her A game to this one in a weird way, just like they all did. And then Selena Gomez as well. I think that rounds out the cast as far as what I just noticed, anyway. But yeah, so all-star cast. You know, fun premise, really, just zombies coming out.
It's zombies, but like they're doing like deadpan humor. That's what it's
super deadpan.
That's what it was advertised. I heard that's not really what the movie is.
It's the weirdest thing. So that's our non-spoiler review. Is that
now
it's weird.
You've seen it.
Yeah,
I've heard it gets very political. And I heard it's like up its own. It's almost like a Christopher Nolan up its own ass thing.
It's the weirdest thing because it seems like that was an afterthought to me.
The political part.
Yeah. So throughout the movie,
well, we're not going to get too political on this show, but we'll talk about
Right. That's our sister podcast.
Yeah, it's America Runs on Duncan.
America Runs on Duncan, the show, the animated series.
Yeah, Terry hosts that one.
Yeah, it's on PBS Kids.
Yeah, it's on Between the Lions.
Yeah. So anyway, the movie starts out and it's like all of these little things are starting to go a little weird or whatever, and they're seeing it on the news.
Is it like Shaun of the Dead almost?
Kind
or like
of,
it
where
starts
they're
out
like
where he's like walking through those towns.
So it starts with Adam Driver and Bill Murray meeting this character that's going to be throughout the movie, just kind of like watching the town from afar. He's some hobo dude, and he like knows something's up. But yeah, so they meet him, and then on their way back, they're listening to the radio, and there's like reports of weird things going on, and it's so weird. They just keep saying, like, every time they turn the radio on, it's like the same dude just saying like, polar fracking is what we're doing and it's good for the world. And it's like they make a political thing out of that, like that fracking is turned the world off its axis, and like the big energy companies are saying it's fine. And they do this scene like 4 times where a character will just go over to the radio and turn it on and listen and be like, huh, and listen to that. And then it shows
no
like,
reason other than that's what they want to talk about.
Yeah, and then like it shows these other characters that they keep revisiting, these kids in juvie who are terrible. Oh my god. And they're watching the news and that's on there and they're like, wow, polar fracking. And then it goes and continues on, and it's like they make these weird references to the world being off its axis, and then the zombies come basically. Is what happens later on because of this polar fracking.
Yeah.
And it leaves it at that. And then at the end of the movie, I guess I should skip ahead to this part just because this is all
Are we just
going to
spoil it?
Yeah, I would say this is already... Yeah, if you haven't stopped now and you do want to watch it, pause here because we're going to get into some heavy spoilers.
I'm not going to watch it, so I don't care if you spoil it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, heavy spoilers from this point on. So the political thing I'll just talk about first. So all of that polar fracking weirdness, and then nothing, and then at the very end of the movie...
So it's just a regular zombie kind of comedy?
So yeah, at this point, like, while I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting that they chose fracking as, like, the reason for, and the Earth being off its axis. This is kind of like a goofy, like, I was into it because it's just kind of like, oh, you know, big bad this and that happened, and now there's zombies. Like the hobo man says that it's like toxic lunar waves. And I was like, that's totally fine with me. If you just want a goofy reason for zombies are goofy inherently.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm fine with that. It doesn't all have to be the T virus or whatever. So, that happens at the beginning and then is not talked about. until the very end in a montage of zombies killing the main characters.
They all die?
Maybe.
Okay.
So the end of the movie is Adam Driver and Bill Murray fighting to the death.
Is Bill Murray in the whole movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're fighting zombies until they die. And while they're doing that, the hobo is watching and narrating it. And then it goes into like this weird like PowerPoint Windows Movie Maker montage of close-ups of zombie faces eating people and stuff. And he starts talking in the just shittiest ham-fisted dialogue in the movie. He's like, maybe.
So it was like fucking Al Gore took over the movie?
He's like, this all happened because of their greed. And he's like, but these people were zombies before all this happened. And he's like, their capitalism and their need for more things they had to buy.
That's like that fucking Scooby-Doo picture where it's like, we found out the monsters have always been the humans.
That's as deep as it actually is, but it thinks it's so smart when it does that.
God.
It's terrible.
That's
It's awful. But
so before that, it was okay.
ish,
Not great.
but
yeah.
that was just such a shitty end. But like,
and that was, to me, if you end it like that, that's what you were going for the whole movie.
yeah,
Like that's not just like, oh, that's just a bad end. That's like what they were trying to do. Though. So now when you rewatch it, you can see that they were real monsters.
but not even, because all the characters in this town never do anything that's like, they're not, it's not like they were big oil or something like that. It's a small town.
It's not like it's some big hat Texan man.
Yeah, Doug Dimmadome isn't getting eaten in
Dimmadome the lead character, yeah.
That's 2 episodes and 2 Doug Dimmadome.
Oh, we're going to talk about Doug Dimmadome a lot. Doug Dimmadome's... Terry, how much do I love Doug Dimmadome?
Well,
Terry knows.
We'll have him keep a running count of how many times we say
Terry's
his name.
going to count it up. There's going to be a little counter on the bottom. So just look at the bottom of your podcast screen. There'll be a counter on there.
Yeah, on your screen.
On your screen that you're watching, you know. Just look at that counter.
Yeah.
Terry, put that counter up.
Yeah. So anyway, just the rest of the movie. So it introduces the main characters, Adam Driver, Bill Murray, the police group, and then some of the people in the town, like Steve Buscemi, Danny Glover.
Is Buscemi a cop or a hobo?
No, he's a farmer that everyone hates, and
so he's not a gay werewolf man like in Hubie.
nope, he has a "Make America White Again" hat.
Oh God!
Yeah, and then he says he doesn't want his coffee black. So it starts out. I guess I should have seen this coming. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really should have seen this coming. But everyone hates him in that movie. Like all the other characters hate his guts. So like I guess that's whatever. But it was really weird. It introduces all these characters, has them start interacting in ways that make them seem important, and
they never show up again.
They just get killed off screen and stuff. Like Selena Gomez's character and her friends, they spend a bit of time on in the beginning introducing them, getting them, like, they interact with some of the other main characters, and then they're just dead off screen. Like they just come and find their dead bodies, and that's it. And then
there's no point in the movie other than at the end everyone was the real zombie.
Apparently, but it doesn't.
So
even
why
feel
did they
that
even
way.
make us? Why did they even make a zombie movie to begin with?
It doesn't even
other
feel
than
like
have
it.
that point.
That's the weird thing, is that it didn't seem like a political statement until they just say it at the end. But there's so much weird stuff in this movie that's like, some of it lands okay-ish, but then other stuff is just so off. And then a lot of the actors don't seem to know what they're
Does Bill Murray
trying to
know
do.
what he's doing?
He's just being old Bill Murray.
Yeah.
But like some of the actors will be like talking, and it sounds like they're coming up with their lines themselves.
Yeah.
And they may have been. And there's a bit of fourth wall breaking, and I'm fine with that. Like, except they just did it. This one running gag of the Dead Don't Die being a song that everyone loves. And they just do it the whole movie.
Didn't even know that was a song.
Neither did I. But now I know Dead Don't Die by Sturgill Simpson, apparently. Yeah, they make a big deal of it. And it's funny in the first couple times that they do it, and Adam Driver's like, "Oh, this is our theme song," so he says that.
Is it like they know they're in a movie?
Towards the end, throughout the movie, Adam Driver just keeps saying this is going to end badly, and Bill Murray freaks out and is like, "Why are you saying that?" And he's like, "Because I read the script," and they have a whole. It's like Spaceballs where they like rewind it or whatever.
They do that in this?
They don't rewind it, but it's like that same breaking of the fourth wall.
Oh,
and I'm
God.
like, this doesn't fit.
No.
It's super weird. I like that kind of thing, but it just doesn't fit the tone of the movie at all. And then Tilda Swinton's character is some weird samurai sword wielding Scottish woman, and then she goes to the police station and then convinces them to let her stay there while they go out to fight zombies. And he's like, "Can you use the computer?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think I can manage it." And it goes and cuts away to them and cuts back to her. And she just like waves her hands over it and it all turns on. And then she starts typing like the Matrix thing. And I was like, what the hell is this? Later, she tells them to meet her in the cemetery where all the zombies are. And she walks out there. All the zombies kind of like part for her. And a spaceship shows up. And just sucks her up into it. It's the weirdest thing because sometimes it feels super serious.
Yeah.
Other times it feels super deadpan. Other times it feels like it's Spaceballs and then also Kung Pao. Like, that's the best I can describe it.
That's like a podcast having like a fake producer and like keep talking. Terry, this is like why would anyone do?
Yeah. What does that remind you of, Terry?
Terry.
No. Honestly, it felt like this would be a fourth grader's YouTube channel.
Fourth grader?
Yeah.
Because they just do a bunch of random shit.
But it's got budget and it's got celebrities in it, so people watched it.
That's very strange.
But it's like there's so much weird stuff.
If it was just like a deadpan zombie movie, I would have been like, yeah, I'll watch that.
It could have been good.
Yeah.
It really could have been good, and that's the most disappointing thing.
Is they had all the ingredients in and they just added fucking Chemical X to that shit.
Sure
and
did.
Fucked it up.
Oh man, I didn't even talk about those kids that it keeps cutting back to
They're
the
Powerpuff
whole
Girls?
movie. No,
Oh.
but there are 3 of them. But it keeps cutting back to them until eventually one of them is just like towards the end of the movie. One of them is like, "Oh, I know a place where we can go hide," and they run off screen and never come back. That's it. That's the end for them. All the other characters, it resolves. They all turn into zombies except for the hobo. Because I guess maybe he was anti-capitalist.
The hobo was Morgan Freeman, just narrating the movie.
They maybe went for that. I don't know. But yeah, it was the weirdest movie-going experience I've ever had.
Ever?
I think so.
Ever.
I mean, it's like Lawnmower Man about.
Lawnmower Man, I can talk a lot about Lawnmower Man.
We could definitely talk about that.
But Terry, that's the whole episode. Terry.
But yeah, it's shocked. I would put it up there as like one of the strangest movies, and just like a general misfiring of intentions. Like it's so weird.
Yeah,
I will never watch it again.
Oh, I will never watch it to begin with.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you got the gist of it from my description.
I hope that makes you never watch that movie. So we'll go on we'll take another commercial break.
Here's a little intermission. This episode is brought to you by The Dead Don't Die.
Thank you, Dead Don't Die. We love your movie. Terry, we love that movie, right? We never said anything bad about that movie, right?
Never.
Dead Don't Die, watch it on HBO Max. Support it. It's very, very well written movie.
Yeah. Oh, they make a Star Wars joke with Adam Driver too. It's pretty passing, but it's super like in your face.
God, that movie sucks. Dead Don't Die. Go see it.
Oh man, the worst movie. Watch The Dead Don't Die. Thanks, Terry.
Thanks for waiting, everyone. Now, if you'd please return to your seats and silence your cell phones, we'll get on with the show.
All right, what's next?
So we're going to talk about, Breath of the Wild, the newest Zelda game, right? They haven't made anything after
Unless
it.
you count Hyrule Warriors 2.
They made the remake of fucking Link's Awakening.
Oh yeah, that's it.
But like the newest like main Zelda game.
Yeah,
we both are big Zelda fans. I know I went a big thing last time about how I hate fantasy shit.
You really
but
do.
I do like Zelda for some reason. I don't know why. Because it's like
the gameplay, I guess.
The gameplay, and I don't take itself seriously and shit.
It really doesn't.
So, like, I like Zelda. I've liked Zelda ever since... I'm trying to think... The first one I probably played was, like, the Game Boy Color one.
Link's Awakening
Link's
on Game Boy
Awakening,
Color?
probably. I played that, like, people at my daycare had it, and I would play it, and I don't think I ever played Link's Awakening or SNES until way later. Then I rented...
Link to the Past?
Link to the Past.
On SNES?
On SNES. I didn't play that till later, I don't think, until they put that on a Game Boy Advance or something. And then I rented Ocarina. I never owned any of them until Wind Waker. But I rented...
The most controversial one.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I rented Ocarina and could never get past the fucking Deku Tree. And just kept running it and playing that part. Mm-hmm. And then I would see my cousin, like, beat the whole thing. And I'd be like, there's fucking all this other shit in this game! And, like... the whole game was just Deku Tree in the forest, basically.
Yeah.
And I just liked I know a lot of people, once Zelda moved on to more just like hand-holdy, like you're just gonna go here, you're gonna go, they hate that. They like the openness.
It's a pelican.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Terry. Shoot that pelican down there. Thank you, Terry.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Zelda, I like it when it holds your hand and people complain like, oh, you just fucking do what the game wants you to. That's what I want to do. I don't want to fucking just go into a big open field and do nothing and just wander around. Open to Breath of the Wild, which is what that fucking game is.
You just couldn't help it. You just dove right into there.
Couldn't. I'm not even going to go to the rest of my thoughts.
Nope, that's it.
Jump the fucking Breath of the Wild because I fucking hate it. I'm going to microphone my voice on this son of a... I hate Breath of the Wild.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if that catches on audio, but I hate it. Terry, tell me about it. Terry.
There you go, Terry.
Hey, thank you.
Everyone with AirPods just died.
If this even caught on the audio.
Yeah.
It
either didn't catch at all, or their earbuds just blew out of their head.
They can even hear us at all.
That's another thing. I'm imagining when we listen back to these for the first time, it's just going to hear the motor of the car and nothing else.
I'm hoping at least Terry will be heard.
Yeah, all they'll hear is every 10 minutes, Terry! That's the only thing that picks up. And then Terry's voice, of course.
Terry's so talkative. He's going to catch up.
He's just got such a voice.
So, I've opened up. I hate Breath of the Wild. We'll get into it. You like it.
I still do.
You like it.
It has problems. But
boy, does it have problems.
Oh, boy, it does. But I still like it. I am still a fan.
So, here's my thing with Breath of the Wild. I understand that as a type of game. I understand that's a type of game other people enjoy. I don't like that type of game. That's fine. Don't turn a goddamn series of games that I enjoy every few, like 5 to 6 years. Oh, a new one's coming. Yay, new one. Now, a fucking new one comes out, and it's this whole... It takes every single thing I like about the old ones, completely either gets rid of it or changes it completely, and now this is what the fucking series is. So you took a series I love, and now I don't like it anymore, and that's fucking great. I love it. It's so good. Yep.
No, I understand the frustration.
I'm not saying it's a bad, just like with all these opinions I have.
Right.
I'm not saying it's bad. Breath of the Wild is, obviously people love it. Someone has fun with that shit. I don't. And if it would have just been its own game, then whatever, I wouldn't care. But now, this is what Zelda is now. Zelda is every fucking sequel. It's going to be
Breath of the Wild 2 might be totally different from Breath of the Wild 1.
Or it might be even more of the same.
You never know. With a title like just adding 2 to the first game, do you really think it's going to continue on?
Mario Galaxy 2 was so fucking different.
Exactly.
It was just a completely different experience.
My point has been made, I think. So not only is it just disappointing because you hate that game, but now
it ruined the whole series for me.
It's just completely changed the
shit.
franchise. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. Terry, god damn it, you dropped my phone.
Terry.
Okay. The thing is, now people don't want, they just sit there and bitch about old Zelda. Like, oh, you fucking remember you have to go to the fire during it. Like, yeah, that's what I liked about it.
Just excuse me for playing a game the way the game.
That's what I will never.
They
They act like it's a criticism that a game is a game. That a game is made and you do the thing they made. Like, I'm not paying $60 to go run in a field and chop a tree down and be like, oh, fucking rode a... I hear these people saying they rode a horse for 4 hours and just looked at the sun. Do that in real life if you want to fucking do that shit. God damn it.
I will go on record and say I do that in the game. So, just so...
So you know where we're coming from.
Yeah, just so our listeners are aware. Yeah, I really like the game.
Terry's a big Bear in the Big Blue House fan. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but he's just back there talking about
that's
it.
an episode. Formative years right there.
So, Breath of the Wild, to me, not only made a game I don't like, it ruined an entire series, because there's no coming back, because people have shown that they love this format. They want it to be this go and just do whatever you want to do thing. Even if they sprinkle in little things I like from Zelda back into it, it's gonna mainly still just be go in and chop a log down and have a grand old time sitting in front of a fire. Like, God, I hate this shit.
Yeah, I mean, your big problems with the game seem to mostly be
that they took everything I liked from the series.
They took all the love out of your life.
Yeah, they really just it's like they divorced my parents in front of me. They ripped my high school diploma up. They divorced my family. They fucking said, "Fuck you, kid." And they and on top of that, they shit in my Lunchable.
Yeah,
and like
that's pretty accurate. I think
it's not only a bad game. It's like they literally, to me, it's like they're saying the stuff they made before it isn't good, and they don't like it,
yeah.
And this is the good stuff now. That's really what. And the fucking fans are acting like that. Are you okay, buddy?
No. Oh.
Charlie's over here. Terry, give him a fucking mouth to mouth.
I just need more Slurpee. That's obviously it. Oh, I didn't drink this one fast enough. I'm feeling hot.
You need to take a break? You all right?
Nope.
No more.
Power
break.
through it.
No, okay, we're gonna power through it.
No, you're probably right. I'm
right about my opinion.
Well, no, not about your opinion, just about the future of the franchise.
No, 100%. This is the future.
This
100%.
is just like Ocarina of Time completely changed up the series and the move to 3D. So now this is the move to open world.
Here's my thing with Zelda is because Zelda started out as it wasn't handholdy and shit. But then they keep saying Breath of the Wild is just like the old... I don't think it's anything like even old Zelda.
No.
It's not like Zelda anymore. It's literally just Skyrim now. Or it's almost Minecraft mixed with like some combat.
Yeah.
That's not... Ugh. I don't want that shit.
Now, I would love for 2 to be a happy medium between them. And kind of a link between worlds open.
Yes.
Yeah. I would love for that.
My thing is, the open world part, I am fine with. Have a big open world, have a map, have different dungeons all over.
Have some structure.
Have
like this
structure.
Podcast.
Yeah, this podcast is, Terry, this podcast has a lot of structure. Terry, and,
he's interrupting.
So... fucking Terry's throwing my steez off.
Yeah, he is.
He fucking... What was I talking about? Fucking Terry.
I have no
God
idea.
damn it. They took this fucking series that had this structure. You could turn that structure into an open world game. Have an open world. Have a concrete fucking, like, you have to get these 8 things and these 8 dungeons. You can go do everything you can do in this Breath of the Wild game if you want to.
Yeah.
But you also still have a Zelda game. They took the Zelda, it's like they built that map for that Zelda game and forgot to put a Zelda game in there and then just shipped it out. That's what it is. They just shipped a map out. They just shipped a fucking map with some combat in there out, and people fucking love it. And I don't get it.
It's kind of tech demo-y.
It's like, it really is. It's like a tech demo they forgot to complete, and then now, but everyone loves it, so they're not going to fix it now.
Probably not.
They're not going to fix it. They're going to go even more. I bet the next one, you don't even have to walk if you want. You can just stand in the same spot and beat the game by fucking singing Kumbaya or some shit.
Well, it wouldn't be the first Zelda game that you've had to blow into, so.
Terry.
So how do you feel about, Breath of the Wild did that to Zelda?
Yes.
I feel like that is starting a trend.
Yes.
Like other games from Nintendo, Mario Odyssey.
Which I don't think it's nearly as bad as Breath of the Wild.
It's not as big of a change.
It's not as big of a change. Mario Odyssey has okay aspects. It's another game people love. I get it. And I don't hate Mario Odyssey. I hate Breath of the Wild.
Right.
But I
love both games. But yeah.
I don't hate Odyssey. I'm not a huge fan of it. And that is a game that is awful to replay. Awful to replay, because you either replay the levels you've already completed and just don't start a new game and just run around a big open empty nothing world, or you restart the game and get the same 1,000 fucking moons where you just break open a box and get a moon and fucking hit a lamp and get a moon and fucking talk to a toad and get a moon and do it. It's like, ugh. There are fun aspects of the game. The turning into the bad guys is fun for a little bit.
I liked it.
The worlds are okay. They're, to me, way too open and spread out, which is a Breath of the Wild thing.
Do you think that was in response to Breath of the Wild that this has ended up?
I mean, they made it. They made it
two separate things that have happened.
I think it just happened. I think a big complaint about Galaxy and 3D World were that they were really linear and they were getting less away from the big open world stuff from 64 and Sunshine.
Right.
And I think they were like, okay, well, let's just fucking make it gigantic.
Just release the floodgates here.
And you have these worlds.
It's gone.
Oh, we'll find it later.
Yeah. The ants will bring it to us.
Like they made these worlds that are so fucking big that there's so many areas where you're just fucking walking. And just fucking and you want to go do this. It's just,
my thing is, I have not tried to replay this, but I have played pretty sufficiently through it to where most of the moons are gone.
Yeah.
When you're first playing these big open levels, the very first time you're getting these moons all the time. And so it's like it's a huge open level, but you're running into moon after moon, and that's designed that way to kind of keep you interested in the big level. Once you've done it once and you've gotten those moons, you're walking for a few minutes or running to the next area, and there's nothing to do because the moons are gone.
In this game is barely a platformer at this point. It's basically just you go and run around a world and do a little itty bitty challenge and get a moon. There's no, like, other than like the big secret, like the last few levels and like the big secret world.
It's really weird because a lot of it, you're right, is super duper easy, but then there's these extreme hard parts that aren't part of the main line. It's like
where you like go into
moons.
like a pipe or some shit.
Yeah, or like you go back to a level and kind of do this again. And it's like they're extremely difficult, and the jumping mechanics are super well done.
It's a well-made game.
You can get into it, and you can like chain combos of jumps and stuff in ways that I've never been able to do in another Mario game.
I can't do it in this game because I suck at it.
I'm terrible at general Mario platforming, but this has been the easiest one. Not just because like the challenges aren't there, but just it's been the easiest one for me to like mechanically master. But I don't have anything to do with it because there's not challenges for it.
That's the thing. Other than like the thing you unlock by getting, I think, 500 moons.
Yeah.
Which that's when I stopped.
I still haven't beaten that.
I got the 500 moons and I beat that part, but that part was hard.
It's very hard.
I will give that to them. That part is hard, and I really like that part because it was a Mario platforming thing. You already know, I don't like Mario 64, and I'm not a huge fan of Sunshine. Galaxy, to me...
Are we doing another unpopular?
No. Terry, don't make this unpopular.
Yeah, go ahead and edit that out so no one gets mad. Brought to you by Mario 64.
But Galaxy is the most linear one other than 3D World. Galaxy and 3D World, two most linear ones,
right.
And they're the ones I like. You just go into a level, you have a platforming level, and you do the level, and you beat the level. You don't go in there and have to find a baby penguin and go down a fucking slidey mountain and fly off because the controls are so terrible, and then get to this baby penguin, and then a gust of wind blows you away before you get to the mom. You have to do it. You don't have any of that shit. You just play a fucking level and you beat it. And that's what I want in my Mario. That's what I want in my Zelda. That's what I want in my life.
So are you afraid of this phenomenon happening to any other
It's
franchises?
already fucking happening.
To what?
Like every game that comes out now, when a game is linear, it gets criticized.
Yeah.
Like, if it's just levels, they criticize it. It has to have an open world. You have to be able to do whatever you want at any time. If there's a mission that they don't like, that it's just a mission, they're like, oh, what the fuck? I wanted to just drive around in my car for 4 hours. And it's like, you have 85 games. Why can't someone make a game that's not that at this point? Why can't we have... games started as level. And I understand opening it up and making games that aren't that, but why is that like now that's just what you have to do? I hate it.
Yeah, and I feel like a few years back, there was such a AAA game push, and all that, and then that's when like the indie platformers and side scrollers kind of bounced back.
That's the thing. The indie games I can play.
I'm hoping that as a response to this, that the big AAA games are all going big open world, no objective. That maybe we'll see some more
indie. Like I'm hoping in
smaller studio.
I'm hoping in 3D platformers because they did like, the 2D platformer, ukulele, and all that.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Even though that's the right. I like that game.
Right.
But
we may see that come about if big games.
And my thing, there's a lot of open world. I like Grand Theft Auto. I just played an older game called Sleeping Dogs. I played all these games. I like open world games, but the open world aspect I hate.
I just shove the open world into a game that doesn't.
Every open world game I ever play, if there was just an option where I could just click start mission and just play the mission and I didn't have to drive to it, I would, first of all, would make the game 10 hours shorter, and second of all, I would love it.
Yeah.
I would fucking love, like, I'm not doing any, maybe I'll do a side mission, but just have that in the menu too, side mission.
Yeah.
Side mission start. Like, I don't need to drive, I don't feel...
Lego Lord of the Rings did not need to be open world.
No. I know that a lot of these people are like, I felt like I was in Link's shoes and I was living in this grass field and all this shit. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I'm living in New York City when I'm driving down the same road every 5 seconds, not having fun in a game I'm playing to have fun in. Like, I'm doing all this shit that's not fun to get to a part that I have fun in. And that's stupid. And now it's getting to where they're almost taking the fun part that I think is fun out. They're almost taking the mission part out. And so now all the game is oh, you can go have sushi at a restaurant. And like, what the fuck is this shit?
Who knows? Maybe Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey will just be like the Donkey Konga of this.
Donkey Konga, I wish, was on number 25. Because I would play it till the fucking... Terry, you know how I love... I lent you that Donkey Konga bongo set, Terry. He never fucking gave it back.
No.
Terry, he fucking never gave it back. Terry, you're the worst. I love you.
That was a big mistake on your part.
I know.
Alright, well,
Is that enough?
That is 20 minutes now of this.
I think that's probably enough. I think you get that I hate this. Charlie is more like he's
open about it. I'm open to the open world.
You'll realize I'm not open about a lot of shit, and I'm just gonna fucking hate on it, but I'll still play it.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. We'll be back after these messages.
Terry, take it away.
Take it.
We now return.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Terry.